It knows where you go, who you talk to, and what you buy. It's not your best friend, it's your phone. Our smartphones have become extensions of ourselves, but at what cost? These pocket-sized devices are constantly gathering data about us, often without our knowledge or consent. It's time to pull back the curtain and expose the secrets lurking within our phones. Think about it. Every time you use your phone, you're leaving a digital trail. Every swipe, every click, every search is being recorded and analyzed. This data can reveal intimate details about our lives, from our political beliefs to our medical conditions. It's enough to make you want to toss your phone in the nearest lake, but hold on. Before you embrace a life of Luddism, let's delve deeper into the world of data collection and explore how we can protect our privacy in the digital age. A data collection is the backbone of the digital economy. From the moment you turn on your phone, apps and services are working tirelessly to gather information about you. This data is collected in a variety of ways. One common method is through app permissions. When you install a new app, it often requests access to your location, contacts, camera, or microphone. Granting these permissions allows the app to collect and transmit your data to its servers. But it doesn't stop there. Websites you visit, social media platforms you use, and even your internet service provider can track your online activity and gather information about your browsing habits, interests, and even your physical location. This data is often collected in the background without any visible notification or prompt, making it difficult to know just how much information is being gathered about you. One of the most sensitive pieces of data collected by our phones is our location. Our phones are constantly pinging nearby cell towers and Wi-Fi networks, allowing apps and services to pinpoint our whereabouts with remarkable accuracy. This location data can be incredibly valuable for businesses. It can be used to target consumers with personalized advertising, track foot traffic in stores, and even predict future behavior. For example, a restaurant app might use your location data to send you notifications about special offers at nearby eateries. A ride-sharing app might use your location to estimate your arrival time or match you with a nearby driver. While these applications can be convenient, they come at a cost. Our privacy, the constant tracking of our movements, can feel invasive and unsettling, raising concerns about who has access to this information and how it's being used. Apps are the gateway to the digital world, but they're also one of the biggest culprits when it comes to data collection. From social media giants to seemingly innocuous games, apps are constantly hoovering up our data. Social media apps in particular are notorious for their data collection practices. These platforms collect vast amounts of information about our interests, relationships, and even our emotions. This data is then used to create detailed profiles of our personalities, which are sold to advertisers looking to target us with personalized ads. But it's not just social media apps that are collecting your data. Even seemingly harmless apps, like flashlight apps or QR code scanners, may be collecting and selling your data to third-party companies. It's important to remember that when it comes to free apps, you are the product. These apps are able to offer their services for free because they are making money by collecting and selling your data. Section 5. Data breaches, a nightmare scenario. Data breaches have become an all-too-common occurrence in the digital age. These breaches, which can occur due to hacking, phishing scams, or employee negligence, can expose sensitive personal information to cybercriminals. The consequences of a data breach can be devastating. Hackers can use stolen data to access your financial accounts, steal your identity, or even blackmail you. In some cases, data breaches have led to victims losing their life savings or becoming victims of identity theft. One of the most high-profile data breaches in recent years was the Equifax breach of 2017. This breach exposed the personal information, including social security numbers and credit card details, of over 147 million people. Section 6. Your data, their profit, how companies cash in. The data collected by our phones is a goldmine for companies. This information is used to create targeted advertising, develop new products and services, and even influence our opinions and behaviors. One of the most common ways companies use our data is for targeted advertising. By tracking our online activity and location, companies can deliver ads that are tailored to our interests and needs. While this can be convenient at times, who doesn't love seeing ads for things they actually want, it can also feel creepy and intrusive. Data is also used to develop new products and services. By analyzing user data, companies can identify trends and patterns that can inform the development of new features and offerings. This data-driven approach has led to the creation of some of the most popular and innovative products and services in the world. However, the use of our data goes beyond just advertising and product development. In some cases, data is being used to influence our opinions and behaviors. This can be seen in the use of social media to spread misinformation and propaganda, or in the use of data analytics to target voters with personalized political messages. Section 7. Targeted advertising, creepy or convenient. Targeted advertising is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can be incredibly convenient. Who doesn't love seeing ads for products and services that are actually relevant to their interests? On the other hand, targeted advertising can feel creepy and intrusive. It's unsettling to think that companies are tracking our every move and using that information to target us with ads. The line between convenience and creepiness is often blurred. For example, you might appreciate seeing ads for shoes after browsing for footwear online. But what if you then start seeing ads for those same shoes on your social media feed, in your email inbox, and even on websites you've never visited before? Targeted advertising raises important questions about privacy and consent. Do we really consent to being tracked and targeted in this way? And what control do we have over the information that's being collected and used to target us? Section 8. The privacy paradox, convenience versus control. We live in a world where convenience often trumps privacy. We willingly hand over our personal information in exchange for access to free apps, personalized services, and the ability to stay connected with friends and family. This is the privacy paradox. We value our privacy, but we're often willing to trade it away for a little bit of convenience. The problem is that we don't always understand the trade-offs we're making. We click agree without reading the terms and conditions, we grant app permissions without considering the potential consequences, and we share our personal information without thinking about who might have access to it. It's time to start making more informed choices about our data. We need to be aware of the ways in which our data is being collected, used, and shared. And we need to start demanding more transparency and control from the companies that are collecting our data. Section 9. Taking back control. Tips for protecting your data. While it may seem like we're powerless against the data collection machine, there are steps we can take to protect our privacy and take back control of our data. One of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your data is to be mindful of the information you share online. Think twice before posting personal information such as your home address or phone number on social media or other public platforms. Be cautious about the links you click and the websites you visit. Phishing scams are becoming increasingly sophisticated, so it's important to be wary of emails or messages that seem too good to be true, or that ask you to provide personal information. Take advantage of the privacy settings offered by your devices and apps. Many smartphones and apps allow you to control the amount of data that's being collected and shared. Take some time to review these settings and customize them to your liking. Section 10. Be smart, be safe. Practical steps for a more private digital life. In addition to being mindful of the information you share online, there are several practical steps you can take to enhance your digital privacy. One crucial step is to use strong, unique passwords for all your online accounts. A strong password should be at least 12 characters long and include a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using the same password for multiple accounts, as this can make you vulnerable to credential stuffing attacks. Enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security to your accounts by requiring you to enter a unique code, often sent to your phone, in addition to your password. This makes it much harder for hackers to gain access to your accounts, even if they have your password. Keep your software and apps up to date. Software updates often include security patches that address known vulnerabilities. By keeping your devices and apps updated, you can reduce the risk of being targeted by cyber criminals. Section 11. The future of data privacy. A call to action. The battle for data privacy is far from over. As technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, so too will the ways in which our data is collected, used, and shared. It's up to us, as individuals and as a society, to demand greater transparency, accountability, and control over our personal information. We need stronger privacy laws that protect our data from being collected, used, and sold without our consent. We need to hold companies accountable for data breaches and other privacy violations. And we need to educate ourselves and others about the importance of data privacy and the steps we can take to protect ourselves. The future of data privacy is in our hands. By being aware of the risks, taking steps to protect ourselves, and demanding greater accountability from those who collect and use our data, we can create a more equitable and privacy-conscious digital world.